It's 2 in the morning. The house is completely quiet. Then suddenly, your cat explodes across the hallway like it's being chased by something invisible. It sprints from room to room, jumps onto the couch, races up the stairs, skids around corners, and disappears just as quickly as it started. What just happened? Did your cat see something you can't?
Did it suddenly lose its mind? Or are these strange nighttime sprints revealing something much deeper about the animal living in your home? As chaotic as they look, these bursts of energy are actually one of the most fascinating windows into your cat's ancient instincts. Cats didn't evolve to spend their nights sleeping on soft blankets. Long before they shared homes with humans, they survived by hunting small prey during the quiet hours around dawn and dusk.
Scientists call them crepuscular animals. Their bodies are naturally programmed to become active when the light is low. So while you're winding down for the night, your cat's brain may be quietly shifting into hunting mode. That sudden sprint isn't random, it's instinct. But instinct isn't the whole story. If your cat lives indoors, it doesn't spend hours stalking birds, chasing mice, or climbing trees. Those natural behaviors don't disappear. They build up. Imagine having the body of a highly skilled predator, but spending most of the day lying on a sofa. Eventually, that unused energy needs somewhere to go. That's where the famous Zoomies come in. These explosive bursts of movement are often your cat's way of releasing physical energy and satisfying hunting instincts that never had a real target.
But here's something many people don't realize. Those nighttime races aren't only physical, they're mental too. When cats sprint through the house, they're stimulating the same parts of the brain that would normally activate during hunting. Every sharp turn, sudden jump, and quick stop mimics the unpredictable movements of escaping prey. In other words, your cat may be playing a game that its brain has been preparing for since birth. Have you ever noticed your cat suddenly freeze in the middle of a sprint? One second, it's flying across the floor. The next, it's staring into space. That's because hunting isn't just about speed. It's about observation. Wild cats constantly switch between explosive movement and complete stillness. Your house simply becomes the landscape where those instincts play out. Interestingly, not every Zoomie starts for the same reason.
Sometimes it's excitement. Sometimes it's boredom. Sometimes your cat has simply woken up from a long nap and its body is fully charged. Cats sleep for many hours each day, but much of that sleep is light. After resting, they often have a reserve of energy that's ready to be used immediately.
Then there are the mysterious post-litter box Zoomies. Many cat owners notice their cat bolts across the house immediately after using the litter tray. Why? Researchers don't have one definitive answer, but several ideas make sense. Relieving themselves may trigger a feeling of physical comfort and relief. The sudden rush of movement could also be an instinctive response inherited from wild ancestors that quickly left the area after becoming vulnerable. It's another reminder that even ordinary household behaviors may have surprisingly ancient roots. And then there's timing. Why do some cats seem to get the Zoomies at almost exactly the same hour every night? Cats are remarkable pattern learners. If they regularly eat dinner at a certain time, play before bed, or notice the house becoming quiet each evening, their internal clock begins predicting what comes next. Their bodies start preparing for activity before anything even happens. Routine becomes biology. But not every nighttime sprint is caused by instinct alone. Stress can also play a role. A change in furniture, a new pet, unfamiliar smells, or even built-up frustration from not having enough stimulation can make a cat release nervous energy through sudden running. In these cases, Zoomies aren't always about happiness.
there's sometimes a pressure valve for emotions your cat can't express any other way. The good news is that for most healthy cats, these bursts are completely normal. In fact, they're often a sign that your cat still feels confident enough to express natural behaviors inside your home. However, if frantic running suddenly becomes constant, seems fearful, or is accompanied by hiding, vocalizing, limping, or other unusual behavior, it's worth paying closer attention. Sometimes a dramatic change in activity can signal stress, discomfort, or an underlying medical issue. So the next time your peaceful evening is interrupted by a furry blur racing through the hallway, don't assume your cat has gone crazy.
You're witnessing millions of years of evolution compressed into a few unforgettable seconds. Behind every sharp turn and impossible leap is the heart of a tiny predator that still remembers a world far older than your living room. What looks like chaos to us may be one of the clearest reminders that beneath the soft fur and gentle purr lives an ancient hunter, one that still comes alive when the night begins.